Today we get to celebrate International Women's Day. We believe it's a day worth celebrating. This day has a rich history of dating back 111 years. Pretty remarkable, really. It's a day that we get to remind ourselves of the part that we play in breaking the bias and bringing gender equality. We all play a part, no matter how big or small. What's school sport's part in breaking gender equality? We're glad you asked. We're going to hear from CEO Rayani Nelson, and she's going to let us know a few of the things that school sport is doing to try and break the bias and to try and bring gender equality for girls in Victorian schools. Let's hear from Rayani now.
In 2022, the theme for International Women's Day is Break the Bias. School Sport Victoria is breaking the bias to engage more girls and women in school sport at all levels. We have amazing women amongst our staff, SSV coordinators and Team Vic officials who are leading the delivery of quality school sport as well as being important role models. Encouraging girls to participate in sports that are inclusive is a key priority within School Sport Victoria's strategic directions for 2020 to 2030. We need to continue to provide opportunities for girls and women in school sport, regardless of whether that's participating on the field, court or track, leading the delivery of quality school sport, or driving the future of school sport in Victoria. We're proud of the strong representation of girls participating in inter-school sport, in our Team Vic representative teams, and SSV play activities which focus on non-competitive participation. Our advisory committee, which supports the strategic management of School Sport Victoria, includes a strong representation of women and brings together expertise across education, sport and inclusion. Our newly established SSV Student Leaders Group, which is to inform the future of school sport, has a really strong voice amongst girls in primary and secondary school. It's also great to see we attract high participation amongst women educators in the annual Victorian Teachers' Games, which brings teachers together to participate, to be connected and to be inspired through sport.
I'm sure you'll agree that's a lot of things that SSV is doing in order to try and break the bias and bring gender equality. We understand we can't influence the entire world for gender equality, but we can positively impact the sporting landscape for girls in Victorian schools, and we'd encourage you to do the same thing. We'd encourage you to look for ways in which you can break the bias, in which you can bring gender equality, because it's my personal belief that if we can get closer to gender equality, the better the world will be. I would love to see in a few years' time we don't even celebrate International Women's Day because we don't have to have a conversation about it, but at the moment we do. So let's try and play our part, no matter how big or small, to impact gender equality and to break the bias, because today's a day worth celebrating.